What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. It's Fozzie here today. As you can tell by the title, and also it's a Monday, we're having another custom tactics video for you guys. We're doing the 5-2-1-2, and I'm just going to say it straight off the bat, this is the best formation in FIFA 22 right now, without a doubt. I uploaded it, it was a few weeks ago, I think it was almost a month ago now, I uploaded my first 5-2-1-2 custom tactics for you guys. At the beginning of the game, I didn't enjoy the formation as much, and I loved it last year, and it's finally transitioned to that point where it's really beneficial in the game, it's really overpowered, depending on how you set it up. And it is, for me, it's the best formation. Just real quick, I have changed rooms, hopefully it improves the audio. It's a matter of time, I'll find out. But with moving rooms, I'm just waiting on some lighting to come so you'll be able to see my wonderful face a bit better, and I'll be able to do some sound paneling to make the audio better for you guys. You know, we're trying to make improvements for everything that we can. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and I'd be greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and let's just jump into the video. So this is the team I'm using, and I just want to touch on personnel really quick. I don't want to delay it to the end. Personnel for this, what you want to start with 5 at the back. You want to have 2 center backs. You want one of these core center backs to be fast. In my case, this is Ibanez. I've got an 87 pace, nice agility and balance card. It works really nicely for this. He's not a bullish defender. He's got 85 strength, 84 aggression. He's not much of a bully, but he's quick. His vision is low, but the short pass and long pass works well for what we need, and the agility balance is good. The other center back, you want it to be a bit more of a strong, beastly sort of player. Now, Luis Felipe doesn't necessarily have the strength, but he's 6'2" with a lot of aggression, and he's got like a high and average body type, and he dives into tackles. So he's like my bullish defender here. And then alongside him, you want a fullback. You can see here we've got 3 fullbacks. You want the high defensive work rate fullback that fits in and can defend well. I use Darmian for this. He's got the 78 strength, which isn't as ideal, but he gets the +10 with the anchor. Aggression is already really high, and obviously the pace just means he's got a lot of recovery on it. So the combination of Ibanez, Darmian and Luis Felipe works really well. That's what you're wanting. What I had tested previously is having just one fullback as a wingback. So for example, I'd have Spinazzola out one side, and then Lozano, for example, would be my other wingback. This time I've gone for 2 actual dedicated wingbacks. Obviously it can be hard to set this up. You're not going to get everyone on 10 chemistry here. You're going to have to make a sacrifice. I've sacrificed Spinazzola on 10. He's going to be one of my wingbacks. In the midfield, you don't want a overly defensive player. So for example, I had been using this Torreira card, and I really like him, but he's medium high and he wouldn't fit the foundations of what this team is and how it plays in game. You want a box-to-box player. I would say I have Milinkovic-Savic, who for me I think is one of the best value box-to-box players in the game. He is high medium, but he's got really nice defending stats and physicals, so he has that presence in the middle of the pitch. And we've got 3 centre backs. I don't need like an out-and-out defensive player. Someone else is good here that I've used is Modric. The Modric card works wonders because he's medium. That's kind of what you want. You want a medium, a high, or in the case of Milinkovic-Savic, he's a high medium, but he's got the good stats, like maybe Sakaria can play here as well. Beside him, you want an attacking player. Now, I've talked a lot about having a cam or like an attacking player who plays centre mid, but you set that centre mid up to play as an attacking cam. So that's what we have here with Barim. This is essentially very close to how my team lines up in games. Backline really is the only changes. So you want someone like that here. What I can say, you could flip Mkhitaryan and Brahim here. Mkhitaryan has more defensive stats and more physical, but I want the goal scoring opportunities with Mkhitaryan, which is why he's there. And then the strikers is pretty obvious. But that's the rough idea of all. Now, I'll say I'm going to run through the tactics and the instructions really quick, and then while I describe how the game plays, I'll have some gameplay. I'll probably, post-production stuff, I might have had some gameplay here and there while I discuss the lineup there. I'll show you guys the actual custom tactics now, and then I'm going to do some gameplay so you can get an idea. It has been requested, I think only once before, back in FIFA 21 I included gameplay. It takes a bit extra time, but I want to do it for you guys and improve the video. So 5-2-1-2, we're on a press after possession loss, 80 depth and 40 width. This is similar to before. I know I love the press after possession loss. I feel because you have 5 at the back, it just gives you that opportunity to press a little bit more. You can get away with it. So if I was on 4 at the back on 80 depth, obviously there's one less defensive player there. I can get caught out easily, but this time I have enough recovery. 40 width is really just so that the centre backs aren't too separated. People had been playing around the 30, and I had it drawn at 35 at one point. But I find because it's wing backs and not a left mid and right mid, you do want a bit more high width. So we're going for 40. In build-up play, no more fast build-up. We're doing long ball and forward runs. The forward runs for me is really to get that centre mid and get those wing backs forward. And then there's 55 width, there's 4 players in the box, and then there's corners and free kicks are both on 1. We'll look at the instructions now. So there is Insaldi here, he's my left wing back. Spinazzola is my right wing back. Insaldi's 5-star, 5-star. He's in swaps. We're going to have a squad builder video around him on Thursday. He's absolutely insane. You see, Felipe, your bullish centre back, plays centrally. Darmian, who's my full back, him in this centre back setup is very flexible. So for me, Ibanez is right footed with a 2-star weak foot. Darmian's got a 5-star weak foot, so it makes sense for me to play Ibanez here, Darmian on the other side. If Ibanez was left footed, I'd swap them about. Milinkovic Savic, as I was saying, is my defensive box to box. Brahim is my other centre mid who's really playing as a cam and getting forward. Mkhitaryan is my core cam. A lot of stuff builds around him, and then Puskas and Abraham as the strikers. Instruction wise, which is the big thing, my keepers comes to crosses and sweeper keeper, and I preached about it in the last video because I always have Serie A teams, so it's always a Serie A team. You're seeing me with the tactics because this 84 Casilli card is actually really nice. So just to put that out there. Now normally I say we don't touch the centre backs and we continue on to other players, but we change the centre back setups this time. So Luis Felipe is on default, he doesn't change, but your outer centre backs are both on overlap. And I will explain this a little bit later and how that can help. But overlap is surprising to me. Shout out to Mackenzie from the Discord. You can join that. It's linked down below if you want. He suggested putting overlap on. He's had success with it, and it obviously has been fantastic for me. The wing backs both have the exact same setup. They're both on join the attack, overlap, and step up. And see the same for Spinazzola. That's really to get them involved as much as possible. And I was saying, because you've got 3 centre backs, you do have that potential. To just push people forward a little bit more. So I do that with the fullbacks. Oh, I don't want to change anything there. Milinkovic Savic, as I was saying, is my more defensive player in the midfield, but really he's just a box to box. He's on stay of edge on edge of box for cross and then covers centre. So defensively, I do want him to sort of cover that block in front of the 3 centre backs. I want him to get forward because he can score. He's very nice on the ball because his dribbles be boosted, and he's got a 5-star weak foot. But his long shots are nuts, so I want him to stay on the edge of the box for cross for that, and so there's not as big a disconnect between him and the centre backs. As I've been detailing as well, Brahim here, he's on get forward, get into the box for cross, and that's it really. He starts as a centre mid, but you'll see in the attacking phases how often he gets involved with it. I'd say maybe Mkhitaryan would be better suited here overall because he's got a higher defensive stats and he's medium. But Mkhitaryan's 5-star, 5-star, absolutely not stats. I want to be scoring with him. And you can see Mkhitaryan is core to the team here. He stay forward, get into the box cross, and aggressive interceptions. Been preaching this for the past 2 videos since I started trying it. Aggressive interceptions on their cam is an absolute game changer for winning the ball back. I guess because we play press after possession loss. So a cam who, if you use the ball, the attacking third, and you've got a cam on aggressive interceptions who are also passing, I find Mkhitaryan winning the ball back for me an absolute bunch. I previously had Brahim playing this role in all the formations. I have tried it on the 4-2-2, and having both cams on it works, but can drag them out of position a little bit, especially for tracking back. But I think a system where you've got 1 cam and you put them on aggressive interceptions, it works really nicely. And then finally, on the striking side of things, Tammy's my big boy striker. You'll see some of the goals he scores though. Stay central, get him behind, and stay forward. Basically, because he's so big, I want him to be... I don't want him on target man. I'll say this. I did have him on target man, and I found that whilst he obviously plays as a target man, he just, with his medium work rates, he wasn't getting as many good positions. But with getting behind and being 6'5" anyway, he essentially still plays like a target man. He's going to stay central, he's going to stay forward, and he works a treat. And then Puskas, who I got out of the mid and prime icon player pick last night, I only completed it because it was glitched, so I'm hoping I'll get my compensation. Is just on getting behind. This is kind of like your... Puskas only has like 90 pace, but this is where you want your fast, speedy striker, like I'd say that your Werners and stuff like that. That's where you want them. I really just want to run through. I think I've got 3 clips here that are anywhere between like 2 minutes to 4 minutes of gameplay. I just want to run through them and play them for you guys so you can get an idea. This is 5-2-1-2. This is obviously the very start of the game, just to get an idea of how the team plays. Okay, so here we've got a really good example of how the team defends on the press up situation after losing the ball. Wing back cuts in there. Savage playing as your more defensive guy. Mkhitaryan's, as I said, is the key for this. The 5-star, 5-star works well. Puskas with a nice run, and then just a really nice finish. Again, it's a lot of my goals are scored like this. I'll win the ball back. I'm trying to find out where the next goal is. Is it straight away? This is a really good opportunity. Okay, so this is again. I had he kicked off, and my team immediately get the ball back. Mkhitaryan, Puskas linked up really well. Puskas really nimble on the ball. Mkhitaryan, even on medium, making those runs into the box. He moved his keeper. I probably should have finished that. But again, it's just an example of how the build-up works. And then obviously I've got Tammy in the box to try and win those headers. Okay, so while this doesn't show a goal or anything, you can see Consigne just being a beast. It shows how the build-up is with the wing backs. Like, my thing with the wing backs, or how you set them up, is they essentially do play as like a left mid and right mid, but they get back. So you see Spinazzola gets in a ton of space here. The wing backs don't get tracked properly. And that's one of the big things. He keeps running. The passing by me was poor. I should have played that a bit quicker, but it just gives an idea of how the build up is. And again, you can see just don't press after possession loss. He's gonna have a build up here, and I'm pretty sure I just won the ball back. Okay, so we've won the ball back again here, and now you can see the build up. So if you look down in the bottom here, you can see you do have the sort of the defense here. This is Milinkovic Savic. This is Brahim. 2 strikers and Mkhitaryan. This is essentially how it is in the bottom. I don't know if I can get this any closer for you guys. I think if I go into this, yeah, it doesn't change too much. But essentially, this is what you're like defensively. This is what the build-up is always like. You're going to have your 2 wing backs push out when you're building up, and these 2 guys in the midfield, you work together and get the ball into Mkhitaryan. This goal from Mkhitaryan is just something special. The main reason I call this is just it's what this card can do. Obviously, he's got someone trying to track him, just hit the finesse shot from far out. Absolutely stunning goal. You couldn't see my full reaction there because the webcam right now is covering it, but you know, really nice goal. And it's the last goal from this game. It's the best way I can just sum up this formation. It's very pressing. You want to be playing fast football. You can slow it down here and there with the passing. But you can see just straight away how the team's positioned to get the ball forward. Not even playing fast build up, but we can just play a really nice fast build. The team spreads really nicely. Brahim with a little 3-ball-3. That was poor defense on his part, I'd say. But it's nice to show you how the transition is if you win the ball, and with how the cam and the strikers and the wing backs are set up, how that can work. We did go 1-0 down in this game, but this clip particularly I wanted to save and show for how the wing backs can get involved. So obviously we've got Insaldi out here. Look at the amount of space he has, and then these guys come in these deep runs. And like, this is Ibanez that hits this. So I want to try and take it back and show you the run Ibanez makes on the overlap. So you can see my number 3 is Ibanez here. So it's Luis Felipe here where my mouse is, Darmian's here, Ansaldi, Ibanez, and then Spinazzola. Ibanez is on overlap. Now you can force these overlaps with the L1 passes, but this gives you an idea. If you just try and watch where he is, obviously I win the ball back here. Ibanez just goes. He's overlapping, and then obviously here I did an L1 pass to keep him on the overlap. But you can just see he keeps the run going, So that all stemmed from him initially overlapping because we had him on the overlap. It created a passing opportunity, and then we're able to keep pushing that forward. We actually scored from this opportunity. I forgot about this. Here we hit the corner, and my main thing from corners right now is trying to score with Tammy, but it falls to Puskas, and it's a really unfortunate deflection from Ben Yedder, I'll be honest. I think this clip here is a really good example of just the build up. Obviously, Ibanez wins the ball back. You can still see that 5 back defensively, but you'll see Insaldi and Spinazzola start to push up a little bit more. I wait for Insaldi to make that run again. Tons of space. I find this with everyone I played. There's a lot of space. Mkhitaryan, as the cam just works in, gets in a real nice shot for the finesse. You know, he's got 5-star, 5-star on the finesse shots. It's just how it is. Last clip from this game again, obviously just won the ball back with Luis Felipe. Really nice. Brahim's there waiting for it. You see Milinkovic Savic sits back that little bit. This has been a thing since last year in FIFA, honestly. It's how the cams play when you have them on stay forward. Now, initially this only happened when you had them on free roam. I don't use free roam anymore. I've just seen the tactics. This only used to work when you use free roam on players. So you say, we're going to win the ball back here with Felipe. See, I decided to drag him out. I can see that I've got enough players back to cover him. But Mkhitaryan, when you have him, actually, if I can get it just to show you guys, when the pass is just about to go. So despite him being a cam, he's on stay forward and aggressive in receptions. With how the strikers work, they basically occupy. This is if you're playing 4 at the back. It can work on 3 at the backs too. But if you look at where my mouse is, this is their centre back, and then behind my head here is their left back, and this is their right back, and the left back here is Shaw. Basically, the 2 strikers occupy the centre backs, and it gives space for Mkhitaryan to then make the runs through. Obviously, I then send him on the run. I see him making the run, so I send him on the run, and he goes. That's why he puts the arm out. But it just splits the team wide open. If you do play someone who's playing a similar formation to you, like the 5-2-1-2, this isn't as prominent. But most people are using 4 at the back. Most people playing a 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2, stuff like that, and it creates these opportunities quite a lot for you. Right, we're on to the last bit of gameplay. This one's only a minute long. I'm just going to let it run, and you guys can enjoy a minute of gameplay. Then the rest of it after this is just simply goals. I can't remember if I won. I think I won 2-0 up inside the first minute of gameplay here. I'd say I start with 5-2-1-2 anyway as my starting formation with how it is. If you can, I would recommend doing it, but obviously depending on how you're linking things together, that might not be the way. This is really just like, okay, I'd say this is probably kick-off bullshit goal kind of thing. It seems to hit Saliba there. That's a really unfortunate goal for him. Just Brahim managed to run down the line. this is how he sort of is defensively. So you can sort of see, even when he beats my midfield, if you don't drag any centre backs out. So my biggest issue with this was I used to, on kickoffs, if you drag one of your centre mids like I have done here, you can all of a sudden be caught like here. You're very empty, but there is this wall. What I used to do was switch to a centre back and pull them out with the idea of I've still got 2 other centre backs, but that creates space. What I do is here, I basically just try and wait until right at the end, then switch, and then boom, he walks into me. There's a wall there. But now, okay, we've got 5 people here, but we've got a nice spread in the pitch. We've got someone on the ball, someone in front of him, and then 3 other people. So 4 people and Abraham, who's on the ball here. I've sent Brahim on a run. Obviously, he's my attacking centre mid. Puskas is there. Bit of an odd defending situation from him. I think, did I win the button? No, I didn't. Again, though, you can see we're on the press for the first 7 seconds after losing the ball. Well done. 80 depth, centre backs step up. Puskas gets through, and then he just scores a goal, and that is what it is, really. My last thing to show you guys is just some of the goals. So I didn't record this full game, so I had to go back and just record the goals from champs. So this is an idea. I played 5-2-1-2. This game went to extra time, and we won it. It just gives an idea of some of the different goals that you can score from it. You get Tammy Abraham there, just a big, powerful shot. Donnarumma gets his fist on it. That's all you can really do. Next up, I can't remember who it is, and Saldi. So this is an idea of a wing back. So Mkhitaryan or Cam has the ball here. Puskas, I don't know where the hell Puskas was in this build up, but you see Tammy still where he's at because he's on stay forward. Puskas obviously has probably dropped back to defend. Mkhitaryan's on stay forward though. So then Saldi gets this space. This guy's running 4 at the back, and Saldi with the pace is able to get around the outside. He does have enough strength to hold off, and that's just a really tidy finish into the near post. This is probably the best example of, despite Saldi having medium attack and high defensive, it just shows the sort of creative space they can get into. Because even if you look on the other side, Spinazzola here has a lot of space. If I wanted to send people on a run, Spinazzola, even if I just cross this over to try and switch play, Spinazzola is going to have a lot of space. All this is now empty, but instead I was able just to try 5-star weak foot, hit the shot in, and go from there. This was a breakaway, so I had won the ball back. I think I played it with Milinkovic Savic, two Puskas here, Tammy Abraham, who was on stay forward, Brahim and Mkhitaryan all there. Just, this is if you can catch people on the break, this is the sort of goal you'll score. You'll just absolutely you can just see straight away. I've won the ball back and made a pass. He's probably had 2 people defending, and he's pulled this defender out. It's lights out. You've got 3 people there. Unless you crock the cross up, you're going to be scoring again. This one was a bit lucky, I'd say. I just chipped it through. Like his Marquinhos, you can maybe make an argument should be winning this ball here. But it falls to Werner. This is Puskas. Neymar was my cam at this point. Puskas just scored the volley, easy as you like. Then the last 2 goals here. So at this point I'd switch Mkhitaryan from cam to centre mid. Neymar is now playing cam. But similar to Brahim, he's on like get forward, he's into the box, so he's going to be involved in this build-up play, and then it's really Milinkovic Savic, which isn't in the shot here because he's on like this part of the pitch where my mouse is. He's sort of, you can see the big gap that can form, and this is why Milinkovic Savic is like cover centre and stay on the edge of the box. I don't want him to get involved here and then leave just 3 people back, but you can see Saldi at the bottom left. Spinazzola is covered by my webcam here. But again, he just makes a run into the box, as that's essentially the sort of runs Brahim was doing for me as well. So if you do get him there and you do make a pass, they are going to make runs into the box for you, and just provide a lot of options. And then the last goal, I believe, was Neymar. No, Neymar makes the assist. So again, Neymar was my cam at this point, just to show the build up. Neymar's here as cam. Obviously he's cleared the boys on stay forward. Puskas is still on. Werner's my right striker here. You've got Brahim here in the middle, and then Milinkovic Savic. Again, you've got, you can see spin a bit, and Saldi's getting ready to start making runs here. You see he very quickly makes more runs and steps up into the space. The runs here as they're getting behind for Werner, just really nice. So guys, that's the video. Obviously this is the first time in a while, first time in over a year I've included gameplay into it. I wasn't sure the best way to incorporate it. I was just gonna like not randomly talk, but just spew information at you and discuss how the formation works. But I think being able to just talk over the clips is probably the best way to go about it. Let me know in the comments down below how you think of that, how you've enjoyed, or if you enjoy that sort of content and what you thought of it. If there's other ways you'd like to see me implement the gameplay, just please let me know. I mean, I'll take all the advice on board and try and make it more engaging for you guys. Really, this is to try and help you guys have more interesting stuff to sort of keep the retention through the videos. I know a lot of you guys will come, all you want to see is the tactics and the instructions, that's all that matters, but some people do want to see the gameplay, so I'm going to try and add this on at the end of every video moving forward. And then just real quick for you guys, I just want to showcase Tammy Abraham. Man, this objective card, what have we got here? 26 games, 24 goals, 7 assists for a big man who's 5'3", medium, playing in Div 1 and Elite. And for the challenge for most of this gameplay is he's absolutely nuts. Now I got Puskas, as I was saying. It has been Puskas, and I've used him before, but he's been good fun so far. But that's the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button and help me try and get 1,000 subs to the YouTube partner program. Hopefully you enjoyed. This is a little more effort went into the custom tactic video this week, so hopefully it's been appreciated, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.